Where exactly are we headed? It just kind of seems like the whole quarantine situation was enough to kind of slow a really huge momentum that our society had going. And usually when momentum slows, that's opportunity for big changes in direction. I'm interested to see what the new normal is going to look like. Really interested to see, because I don't see people wearing masks and face shields and those like thin bodysuit things, whatever those are, and then feeling comfortable ever taking those off again. Oh man, are we about to have a germaphobe society? That's gonna suck. Hello. Welcome back to Without Fear with me, your host, Rakia Carmona. I'm pregnant. I'm outside. I'm walking. And I'm hot and tired. But I gotta do what I gotta do. Real happy that you're here with me today. If this is your first time listening to my podcast, the purpose of it is really just to share everything that I'm learning about living a life without fear. Looks different every time we talk. Sometimes it may not even be incorporated. Sometimes I'm just giving you me, and I hope that's good enough. But thanks for being here. Subscribe, follow, all that good stuff. Now on to what we are going to talk about today. It's something that I've been thinking about kind of heavy, and it's taken me a while to kind of talk about it on the podcast because, number one, I haven't done a ton of podcasts recently. And number two, I didn't really know how to, like, you ever have something, you know what you're thinking about, but you don't know how to say it. That's kind of what I was dealing with. Talking about it, though, I've given it some thought, and I think that I kind of have a simple way of saying it. I really want to dive into the relationship structure between women, right? Especially when you're looking at like generational, right? Older women to younger women, women of the same age, younger women to older women. How can we improve on those relationships? And for my listeners who are like, we got bigger things to be thinking about right now, I really feel like a lot of what we're dealing with today is because we really need to figure out how to have better relationships with each other, right? Everyone whose path that you cross, there is, even if you are just in the same space for a moment, that's a relationship of some sort. And you can feel a lot of love for someone in a moment that's short, or you can feel a whole bunch of hate for somebody in a moment that's short, a split second. So I think that one of the things we need to become a little more conscious about is just our relationships and how we're interacting with other people, how we're thinking about other people, what we're projecting onto other people. Those things are important. Hey, if you haven't heard about Anchor, it is the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain it to you. Number one, it's free. Enough said. There are creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or your computer. They actually distribute the podcast for you, so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many other places. You can actually make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's actually everything you need to make a podcast, all in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Again, that's Anchor, ANCHOR.FM. Thanks for listening. Bye. starting with what I think the older woman's responsibility is to the younger woman. Okay, so we're going older to younger. That responsibility. What should those of us who are older be projecting or giving to those who are younger? I feel like older women, you all are so broad, right? Women in general, just from experience, from life. But the more you live, the more you're able to experience and the more data you're able to collect. And I feel like at some stage, every woman has that moment where you realize what really matters to you, what's really important in your life. And I think there's that same reaction we all have, like, wow, I wish I had known this sooner. Imagine the decisions I can make with my life. Imagine where I would be, right? We've all had that moment. So I feel like older women, we need to tell younger women that they matter. And you're going to hear me put myself in all the groups because I am woman, okay? So just ignore that. But older to younger, I really feel like we just need to let them know that they matter and that their thoughts, feelings, desires, expectations, or standards of what they want for their life is valid. I think that a lot of young women look for validity because we're never quite taught that your validity exists just because you was born, just because you are here, just because you feel that feeling. It is a valid feeling, right? Now, the circumstances that caused you to feel that, yeah, everyone's going to perceive that differently. But you felt what you felt, you want what you want, and it's valid. I think that is one of the greatest gifts that older women can give to younger women. Just instill that in them, because we become powerful when we actually know that we matter. What do women of the same age owe each other? What's that responsibility, right? I feel like this is the easiest place that we could all be in when you're dealing with a woman who is the same age as you. It's super easy because I don't know. I don't know about other women, but I know that when I find out I'm either older or younger than another woman, it makes me feel some type of way. But when you're the same age, you can focus on other things in the relationship, right? So women who are the same age, I feel like there's so much variety. I'm 32 right now. And from what I know of women in the 30 to, 34-ish range, there is just so much variety. You can be in so many places of life at this time. There's nowhere, there's no room, there's no detail that you could even judge in someone else's life that is the same age as you, right? Because we're all moving on our own decisions. So women who are the same age, and I'm still walking, getting a little winded, but women who are the same age, the best thing I believe we can give each other is unconditional love. You just accept where you are first, right? You have to accept where you are first, or the whole show goes to shit. If you aren't able to accept you, love you, open up and be vulnerable with yourself, you can't do it with anybody else. It's just, that's the way it is. But after accepting your journey, find the ability to accept another's. That is just, it is such a safe and loving feeling when women who are in the same age range as you, instead of comparing, that little compare game that women play, instead of that, looking at each other with love and compassion and acceptance and just no judgment. That's the best thing that women the same age can give to each other, hands down. last age group that I really wanted to glance and give my opinion on are the responsibilities that younger women have to older women, right? What does a younger woman or a woman who's younger than me have to offer me? And the answer is a lot, in my opinion. I mean, so much. What younger women can give to us is reminding us to stay young, to be young, to laugh, to joke, to be sexy, and to take care of yourself, to have pride in how you look and how you carry yourself, and how men see you and how you see you and how your friends see you. I mean, young women, I feel like they have that life element, the reminder of the power that we were born with. You know what I mean? Have you ever looked at young girls? The energy, the vibrance, the just... Why do you think that younger women tend to have better looking bodies? You just think it's age? If that was the case, it wouldn't be so many hot grandmas running around here, right? Like, we would all pretty much start deteriorating around the exact same time. Younger women have more youthful physiques because that is how they think. They think happiness. They look for what makes them feel good. They do what makes them feel good. They laugh. They joke. They're in tune with what they want, and they're not afraid to ask for it, right? Young women have so much to offer, so much. And really, these are just, of the infinite number of things that any woman has to offer another. I can't say them all here and now. This is just what comes to me. One big point that comes to me when I think about women of different age groups, right? So what do you have to offer the world? If you're a woman and you're listening, what do you have to offer the world? I wanted to talk about men too, but I don't know how those responsibilities would be listed. If any men are listening, I would love for you to comment to me what responsibilities men would have to each other. Say older men to younger men, men of the same age, and then younger men to older men. How would that look? I would love to read that. But if you're still with me, thank you so much for listening. I am at the end of my walk. I'm really glad I got to spend a little time with you today, and I look forward to hearing from you and spending some time with you again. Hope you have a great day. Remember, I'm going to steal one from RuPaul today. If you can't love yourself, you can't love nobody else, man. It's impossible. All right. Have a good one. Bye.